Hello, everybody, and welcome to the first episode of Playtime on the game Elden Ring with the DLC Shadow of the Erdtree. So, for those familiar with the game, you'll recognise where we are. We're in Mogwyn Dynasty Palace. We've just defeated Mog, the Lord of Blood, and it's now a case where we can enter into the Shadow Realm by touching the arm of this, but we'll speak to this NPC and see what she's got to say.
Come now, touch the withered arm, and travel to the realm of shadow. I will not be far behind. May we meet again.
So, to touch the withered arm and enter into the DLC area. Now, I'm playing this on a PS5, a base version of the PS5, and this is the second playthrough I'll have of Shadow of the Erdtree. First playthrough didn't really do it properly. I just kind of rushed from place to place and never really explored the place properly. So this playthrough, I want to really take my time and explore the place properly and get a sense of what's out there. So let's see what we've got. Oh, well, also just to point out what I'm playing as at the moment. So my character is a kind of hybrid build. Obviously, I've put a lot into vigor. Got endurance up to a decent 27. I think that's actually inflated somehow. Anyway, strength, dexterity, and a little bit of faith. I'm really sort of tinkering around to try and make it work better with the weapons that I've got. With my main weapon, which is the weapon you get, the boss weapon that you get from defeating Rykard in the Volcano Manor. It has a really good. I'll show you. It's Ash of War, built on Ash 4, called Taker's Flames. Has a very good ranged attack that also has very good AoE, and in addition to that, it recovers a massive amount of health upon hitting an enemy, not killing, but hitting an enemy. In addition to that, the weapon itself is mid-range in terms of its weight, so it's got a good attack pattern for me. But when you kill an enemy, not with just to kill an enemy normally with the weapon, you get a recovery in health. So overall it's very effective. So I'm just going to explore this little starting area. Doesn't appear like there's much here. So here we are, Gravesite Plain, and we've got a Site of Grace. I think that's just another player. So let's just see if I need 20,000 runes to level up. Might as well do that now and not lose a bunch of runes. Still obviously got all my inventory from the initial playthrough. There you go, so 2 of these. And when leveling up, I like to just look at how much the stats are being raised by, and basically at the moment, last time strength was doing the biggest difference. Dexterity 1, faith 3, but strength also affects physical defense power, even though it's not doing it at the moment. So it could just be that the next time I go up, it'll start rising. Get on torrent. Huge area to explore here. It's almost overwhelming to know which way to go. I think I'll go down. I'll try and find a map fragment first. So there we go. Map fragment is located here. So it's not far away at all. Now from looking at the map and the distance between here and the map marker compared to the overall map, it might seem like this isn't a big map at all, but actually it is very big. Oh. Oh god. This is maybe just a little introduction to the as you can see, well, I missed that time, but when you hit, it restores a massive amount of health. Oh, I'm about to die, unless I can get this off. Oh dear. This guy's not letting up. There you go. A little bit out of practice as well. Now, I don't think that the enemies are generally all going to be as hard as that was there, or also that I will do as badly as I did there trying to take them down. But it's just a case of the game wants to give you a bit of a sort of baptism of fire, if you like. So let's have a look at the map. So now, as I recall, progression is up this way, and there's some good items in this bottom right area. So let's go down there first of all. A couple of things. We'll go down to that marker first. It's the thing with Elden Ring is that, you know, with such a massive areas to explore, you've got to almost set yourself waypoints, you know, to go and find somewhere. Otherwise, you could just literally spend hours doing nothing. So you can see that I recovered all the health that he took off me just from killing those guys. Such is the power of this sword. Even against bosses, when you're not killing enemies all the time, this weapon is better than what my best main weapon was in my first playthrough of Elden Ring. Few loot items here. Black Firefly. Now, what have we got here? A dog on fire. Generally speaking, I like to get off my horse when fighting enemies, unless it's an enemy that basically requires to be able to escape from its AoE attacks regularly, like dragons usually. Got my trusty mimic by my side. Oh, another Black Knight. Well, not another, but familiar face. Black Steel Great Hammer. I'm not a fan of the colossal weapons, to be honest. Shadow Tree Blessing. Shadow Tree fragments can be found across the realm of shadow. Consume these at sites of grace to bolster your Shadow Tree Blessing. The Shadow Tree Blessing bolsters the recipient's abilities to deal and negate damage, but has no influence outside the realm of shadow. So, this is a significant upgrade material for this area and this area alone. As in this, the DLC map. If you go back to the main map, these upgrades won't apply, but seems like it increases your attack power and your defensive power. So yeah, I basically don't have to use my flask of Crimson Tears to heal, because this weapon keeps my health topped up. You know, it's especially good when you're going through an area that's full of lesser enemies or mid to lesser enemies, because you just, any damage you take, you'll just recover it, you know, very quickly. Maybe the occasional top up with the flask. That's why I've got 4 Cerulean Tears, because you get even more health recovery from using your Ash of War. Broken Rune as opposed to a Golden Rune 1. Another Black Firefly, whatever that is. That's a legendary item up ahead, it looks like. You can tell it's legendary because of the gold tinge to it. Blessing of Marika. I don't know what that is, but I will check it once we've taken out these guys. Right, so we got inventory. There's another good feature in the new game, the DLC expansion, is that you can see what you pick up, the new items you pick up. So completely restores HP and heals all ailments, but it's a one-off use, so it's not like we get to use it regularly. So probably something to be kept aside for an occasion that warrants something like that. Depending on how many we get, of course, but I don't remember getting many of those. I didn't even remember what it did. Is that an NPC? Yeah, just a decorative body. And there's a whole big area down there, but that's well beyond the reach of Torrent and I. But that's what I was saying earlier, is, you know, the map might look like it might be small, but when you factor in the amount of verticality, underground and overground areas, this area is actually enormous. Like, surprisingly big. For, you know, even though we know the Elden Ring was huge, it still surprised me how big this was. Oh, we have an invader type character. Shit. Oh. Obviously the downside of that Ash of War is that it takes a bit of a wind up. Damn it. Damn it. I am a little bit out of practice. I've been playing Sekiro and before that Lies of P. So my Elden Ring is a little bit sloppy. That's weird. Just standing a bird or something. I'm finding my way back here by following the sign on the map for this. Now let's see where the dude is. Oh, there he is. Fuck. Hardly see him. Ah. Oh, I've run out of my flask. Not my flask, my... See, I don't know if I would have been able to take that guy out if I had to face him, you know, without my my range attack with the weapon art. I mean, I probably could have done, because I've taken on enemies like that before, but it made it that much easier. So really this is just, me explaining just how effective this weapon really is. I hear another horse. Oh no, it's this animal. I wonder if I can kill it. Gold tinged poo. Right, so I think we've had a fair good look. Oh, we've come around this way now. I thought we were down this side of things, but we seem to have looped around a bit. Hmm. That's where I came out. I entered into this zone, so I think there's a bit up here as well. Have a look down there. It's another special item. Revered Spirit Ash. Revered Spirit Ash blessing bolsters both summon spirits and spectral steeds ability. So it'll bolster my mimic strength, and also torrent strength. Doesn't apply like the Scatter Free Blessing. It only applies in the realm of Shadow. In other words, in the DLC area. I'm just going to have a look at that tree again, because that might be like an area where there's some kind of, I don't know, some kind of thing. That sort of high-powered enemy that we fought at the beginning seems to have gone. Must have been an elite enemy. It doesn't respawn. Maybe it's up here. Yeah, there he is. I won't fight him again. As a general rule, if there's an opportunity to use a summon, it's good to use it. So it seems that with this weapon, any enemy that's killed by me or my summon, whether by my sword or not, restores my health. Also, it's worth noting that the Mimic has the same weapon, obviously, because it's a Mimic of me, and it restores the Mimic's health as well. Greater Potentate's Cookbook. I'm not really much for crafting in this game, but interesting to collect these things. Over and above just a general desire to collect every piece of loot that you can find. Need to put my lamp on, my lantern on. Took it off for Elden Beast. Oh. Dick. Missed some loot down there. Let's see what's in here first. A treasure chest. Blade of Mercy. So that looks like it's an amulet or charm. I've forgotten what this game calls. Talisman. So let's have a look, see what it does. I can take this off, these off. I put these on to see if they would help with the Elden Beasts. Anyway, Blade of Mercy should be, there it is. Raises attack power after each critical hit. I don't really get that many criticals. But I will change these up actually. So, stamina recovery speed, a standard one, and horseback because there's an enemy coming up which requires a bit of using torrent to dash in and out of the guy's massive AoE attacks. Flame Giant, I think they're called. I'm not actually sure what they're called, but they're just massive big, like enormous big enemies that do a lot of damage. There it is. Now before we take him on, well, there is a site of base here, but there's actually one I recall not much further up ahead, which is probably the better one to go to. Let's see if I can use these upgrades. Yeah, Shadow Realm Blessing. One of each. So let me see what my attack was at about 550. Let's see what it is now. Equipment. That's not where to look. Maybe it's this one. That seems unlikely that it's gone up to 937. But that's what it says. It must just be an instantaneous boost so that you are comparable to the damage required for the enemies in this zone. I'm gonna give this guy one attempt because I remember it causing me a lot of difficulty before. Already it's causing me difficulty. It'd be good if the Mimic had access to torrent, or like its own torrent. Oh dear. I think I staggered him. No, he's just having a bit of a break. Damn it. It's just... Oh, he's in an action, so I can't attack him. Oh, I've staggered him now. Where is the point? I think it's here. I can't actually find the stagger point, the window where you get the critical. Maybe it's at the top of the head. No, that's just fire. Ah, there it is. Damn it, it took too long to find it. It's a bit dull this really, but once he's dead, oh my goodness. I really need more heals for this fight. I've got too many flasks of cerulean tears. Oh dear. Oh well. Poor Mimic. Oh, another critical. Now I know where to go this time. Oh, it's not letting me hit him. That is disappointing. Damn it. The problem there was I just didn't have the heals to continue that fight, and I don't really have the stats at this stage. I might just give it one attempt, as long and boring as it will be. Then I'll get to the next site of grace and we'll wrap up the video for the first episode. I'm going to switch my flasks so that I have a full complement for me and Torrent. Can't find my runes. Here they are. Ugh. Already this guy's annoying. Damn it. That's annoying. Oh, that's it now. Not powered enough for this guy at the moment. It's not a particularly complicated fight, it's just a tedious one. Just go and grab my runes. Oh, that's right. There's another strategy. These things are important somehow. Right, so we'll end the episode here and wrap up, and the next episode we will talk to whoever this is. Just end rest before that guy gets us. And I'll see you in the next episode. Thanks for watching.